You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Okay.
We're all really happy for you.
Thanks.
I hope you've spoken to the first enchanter. He seems eager to see you.
It gets easier as the years go by, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Do any of you remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Only boys can do magic.
Hey!
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
Craziness!
Right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
It's not abusing, it's using it to its fullest potential. Guess that's Scarling had. Where is the fucking book? The Fade. The story of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our thoughts, but implosively separated from our world. The Winter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and earth-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. Spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. The chantry teaches us...
I perfected my ice spells yesterday.
I am glad for you.
I like ponies.
I like killing people.
Does your mentor give you lots of homework too?
I don't know.
Boys are better at magic than girls. I heard the Templars talking about chasing down a Malefica yesterday.
Does your mentor give you lots of homework too?
The Templars scare me. They always look so mean.
That's the point, girl.
I like ponies.
Boys are better at magic than girls.
I remember when you were this age. Adorable. Aren't the children just precious? Aren't the children just precious?
I don't know.
I hear Irving's waiting to give you your mage robes.
Really?
I hear Irving's waiting to give you your mage robes.
Well, let's... Holy shit, it has crashed. Okay. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, let's go. I saw something. Holy shit, where is the UI? Okay. I have a codex entry. Alright. Oh, I have a lot of them. Let's read. Countered in the Fade, the true form of a rage demon is a frightening sight. A thing of pure fire, its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes two pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such demons center on the fire it generates, the burns It burns those who come near, and the most powerful of its kind are able to lash out with bolts of fire or even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple: attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demons carry over hard hit-based abilities onto possessed hosts, but otherwise the true form is mostly seen outside of the Fate when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do its bidding. Sloth Demon, and I look at the creature and it had become me. A veritable copy of my form, of my very mind, stared back at me from as what? As it from within a mirror. As if. I thought surely that this was a trick, an illusion meant to put me off my guard, but as I engaged the thing with my sword, it fought me with maneuvers that I recognized. Parried as I parried, it sung as I sung, it spoke to me and said things that only I could know. I think this demon of a sloth has no form or identity of its own. It's MP as much as a sloth, I believe, and mine was not the first shape it stole that day. An excerpt from the transcribed deposition of Tyrenius, Templar commander of Cumberland. 390 towers, alright. The most difficult assumption for one who study demons, for some who study demons, to overcome it's the notion that sloth demon is, in and of itself, slothful. If that were so, it seems highly unlikely that any such demons would cross the veil into our world, or once they were here would fight to possess any creature with a will of its own. And we know both these things not to be the case. Certainly some demons are lazy and complacent, but who knows, perhaps these creatures even cultivate such a reputation. The truth is that demons of sloth are named so because this portion of the human psyche that they feed upon, doubt, apathy, entropy, they seek to spread these things. The sloth demon hides in its forms, a master of shapes and disguises, always in the last place you look. And from its hiding place it spreads its influence. A community afflicted by a demon of a sloth could soon become a dilapidated pit, where injustices are allowed to pass without comment, and none of the residents could be aware that such a change has even taken place. The sloth demon weakens, tears at the edges of the consciousness, and would much rather render its victim helpless than engage in a true conflict. Such creatures are best faced only with a great deal of will, and only with an eye to piercing their many disguises. Wisp. A great deal is made of the most powerful demons, those that create abominations and those that have changed the history of Thedas. It is often forgotten that not all demons are such awe-inspiring beings. Some that break through the cracks of the veil into our world are known as wisps, a sliver of thought that once was. A wisp is a demon that has lost its power. Either it has existed in our world for too long without finding a true host, or it has been destroyed often, so we have found by other demons. What remains of its mind clings tightly to the one concept that it created, a hatred of all things living. While its ability to target living creatures is limited, these wisps often mindlessly attack when encountered in the Fade. In the living world, they often have been known to maliciously lure the living into dangerous areas, being mistaken for lanterns or other civilized light sources. This does, however, seem to be the very limit of their cunning. From the Journal of former senior enchanted Melius, one of the Circle of Riveni, declared apostate in 920 Dragon Age. Controls Holy Mother of Jesus. Alright. Alright. Let's continue. This way. Again? Okay.